Hospital porters, pride and dignity, stop the New World Order. Welcome to Hapanwo TV. Well, there's been an update since I last spoke to you on this matter. I now have absolutely no doubt at all that I'm innocent and the law is actually on my side, and I will now explain to you exactly why that is.
And this here is Jilly's blog. This is the article I'm talking about here. It's definitely worth a read because she has actually gone into this case in detail and taken the time and effort to actually write about it here, which is something I very, very much appreciate. And you really should read this because it basically goes into us all in detail. And it's pretty clear the claimant does not have a case, and really the only way to resolve this is for you to restore the video and remove the strike. And this here is the piece of legislation under discussion. This is from a journalistic textbook which Jilly sent to me, and it talks about section 58 of the 1998 Act, and it says under the 1998 Act, copyright is conferred for the first time on spoken words even if they are not delivered from a script, as soon as they are recorded with or without the speaker's permission. This raises many questions on reporting of meetings, etc., some of which will not be answered until there's a test case. Well, maybe this is a test case. You'll see. I'll push this to court if I have to. The speaker, as the author of a literary work, owns the copyright of his words unless he is speaking in the course of his employment. Under Section 58 of the Act, it is not an infringement to use the record of the words for reporting current events subject to 4 conditions. 1. The record is a direct record and not taken from any previous record or broadcast. 2, or B rather, the speaker did not prohibit the making of the record and it did not infringe with any existing copyright. C, the use being made of the record or material taken from it was not of any kind prohibited by the speaker or copyright owner before the record was made. D, the use being made of the record is with the authority of the person who lawfully is in possession of it. So I assume that means that me, and whether I'm actually including any, whether someone else is using my video as without my permission. It's in a breach of my copyright, I assume that means. Could a speaker have second thoughts about his remarks and prohibit the reporting of them afterwards? It seems not. He must have prohibited the note being taken or the tape being made before the speech, or have said he did not want the record to be used in a certain way, for example in a newspaper. So let's deal with the principal point here, the principal issue that the claimant has, that I filmed without permission and then used that recording. Now, this is a film taken from somebody else who made a recording that day. There were several people filming. As I said, there was even people in the audience with their cameras out, although you can't see it in this shot. Now, the man in the dark suit in the centre is the claimant. Now, do you recognise the guy dressed in grey in the top right corner, with his camera out on a tripod pointing at the claimant? It's not exactly secret filming, is it? It's not like I've got a hidden camera on him. You can see very clearly that I'm filming. I was filming all day. And as I said before, John Hanson, the organiser of the conference, brought me in specifically to do that. I have, as Jilly explains in her article, I have, this is actually on a mains lead, which I taped down to the floor. I was forward in front of the audience in a proper filming position in order to actually get the shot that I did. And what you see in the film is the shot we're talking about here. Now, several people have asked me about what I'm going to do with the film. And now, some people want to see this film. They've not seen it yet. It's almost 4 hours long. It's a complete record of that day. The good news is I am going to find a way to distribute this film. Okay? Hopefully, as I said, there's no reason at all why YouTube should not restore this film to where it was before. And the moment that happens, I will let you know. But to be frank, even if they don't, I'm going to find a way to do it. I'm going to distribute it freely, free of charge, so that no one can claim I'm making a commercial from it, any commercial gain from it. What I'm going to do is I'll try to upload it to a file share. It's too big. What I might do is cut it in maybe into 2 pieces and upload it to file shares. Also, I'm going to burn some DVDs of it and distribute those DVDs free of charge whenever, as and when I can. So the film is going to be seen by a lot of people, and I think it's going to be seen probably by more people because everyone's curious about it now. So the claimant really If he didn't want a sympathetic film to Larry Warren out in the open, his plan has really backfired because more people are going to see it than would have otherwise. So maybe I should thank the claimant for the free publicity. Just to let you know that I have been interviewed on Enemy Within Radio. This is a program hosted by Thomas Barnes and Andy Young. I've been a guest on there many times. On Thursday, the 23rd of July, that's when I posted this, but it's actually the Wednesday, the 22nd of July, I was actually on the air with them in the evening, where I talk about this event in more detail. And I talk about several other subjects, such as the general issue of infighting within the truth movement, things like that, shill hunting, the fact that people are using the system which they claim to oppose in order to deal with people they don't like or silence people they disagree with. Really, this whole event has really upset me. I know, as I told you, I'm going to fight this, but it's a shame I have to. Because, I mean, I have problems with this. I have conflict with people. You can't avoid getting into conflict with people. But if you get into a conflict with me, can't you at least fight fair? Don't play dirty. C.S. Lewis once said that a noble friend is the best gift in the world, and a noble enemy the second best. But there are no noble enemies nowadays. It's like no one wants to sort of like no one wants to sort of like have a man-to-man sort of like tussle or resolution to this situation. And I'd rather people just did that. I'd rather just look, let's go out to the car park, sort it out man to man, and go back and nurse our bruises. I'd much prefer that to the bitterness, the snide behind the scenes, sabotage of people's YouTube channels, all the other nasty, all the other cruel and deceitful things people do. Maybe this is all part of the programming. I don't know. The New World Order, mind control. Oh, but I can't talk about this too long because I'm running out of time on this 15-minute maximum video. But that's how I feel at the moment. This is what upsets me, I think. This people win arguments through sophistry. It seems like the person who wins is the one who plays the dirtiest. And the question I've got to ask myself, and this is actually many military strategists and philosophers of war have had to ask this question for thousands of years, from Sun Tzu to von Clausewitz. They've said, well, if you're faced with an enemy who plays dirty, can you defeat that enemy without playing dirty yourself?
So I have informed YouTube of this information, so I expect my video to be restored very soon. If they don't wish to do that, then I want to know why not. I mean, as I said last week, we're in a really sticky situation with copyright law and how it's abused. But YouTube actually can help matters by treating all these cases in accordance with the law. That's a first step. Maybe the law itself needs to be looked at again, and the various rules need to be looked at again. But they can at least actually honour people's when people put in a copyright complaint and there's a counterclaim. They can at least do the honour of treating that counterclaim with the same gravity as they do the claim. As I said in the first of this series of videos, YouTube have been erring on the side of the claimant. And they basically, if you contact them and say, excuse me, that's copyright, it's like, is that all the information they need? They'll immediately strike the account and block and take down the video? Is that it? Because otherwise, what's to prevent me going up to anyone's video I don't like and saying, excuse me, that one's copyright? And this could be like him singing in the bath or something. Do you know what I mean? So this is somewhere I think it's just somewhere where YouTube need to look at their policy. They need to examine their policy and amend their policy, in my view. And I've said this before. I've mentioned other people who've had their accounts removed. I mean, Slackser, for example. I know we don't see eye to eye, but there's no doubt. I mean, he was. His wife Meg, her account was taken off because some idiots decided to complain about the content, even though it was perfectly decent. They had it down on the inappropriate content, saying, "Oh, it's bloody ridiculous." And this is sad because, like a lot of YouTubers, not everyone, but some of us, really put a lot of work into our channel. And like myself, and this channel I've got now, I've been doing this for years. I've put in hundreds and hundreds of hours of effort I've spent money from people, sometimes my own money, sometimes donations people give me, to produce these videos for you. And for me, it's a work of art. And so YouTube do need to understand that when they're dealing with people's accounts. They must understand that a lot of us take great pride in what we do, and what we do is very creative, and to lose it is an enormous blow, and it's very, very upsetting to lose that. Or even to have a strike put against your account, like I have. Well, as I said, I've got no regrets about what I've done, about the counterclaim I put in, about the fact that I did not submit to the claimant's demands. As I said in the previous video, something most hospital porters will understand, but even if you're not a hospital porter, you'll understand that the act, just the choice the choice to take an action of resistance is itself a victory. And whether or not you win, or whether or not you actually succeed in an act of resistance, simply saying I'm going to resist is in a sense a triumph. I think the defeat is from when you say I'm not going to resist, I'm going to acquiesce, I'm not even going to try. That is the defeat. However, in this case, I can't see why it won't be alright if the law is on my side. I'm going to push this through to the end. I'm not going to stop until that video is restored. I am not. And so I've amended my counterclaim to YouTube with this information that Jilly's given me, and we'll just have to see what happens next. I just want to say, obviously, I'm very, very grateful indeed to Jilly Madison, but not just her. I want to thank everybody who's been so supportive of me. All of you who've been really, really, really helpful, and you've been really understanding. People on Facebook as well. You guys know who you are. You've really, I don't know how to say it, but you've been great, and you've been those guys, you've been on my side. You've been fantastic. So till the next point of interest in this sorry saga. See you soon. Hospital porters, pride and dignity. Stop the New World Order.